Hi, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am Gabriel. In this video, we shall be looking at Paper 2 Document Production, Databases and Presentations for May-June 2025. This is Paper 2-1. As you can see, this is Paper 2-1. So, we'll start with the first one, which is Document Production. Good. As you know, Paper 2 lasts for 2 hours, 15 minutes, then it is for 70 marks. Now, let's start with the first task. You have been supplied with the following source files: access.csv, assembly, class, evidence, exam info, learners, mp trends, phone, and results.rtf. So let's start with task 1, evidence document. Open the file j2521evidence.rtf. RTF stands for rich text format. So I'll go to the folder to open evidence. This is the folder. So I'm going to click to open the file. Okay, here's the file. Let me click on enable editing. Okay, let me zoom so that you can see the file. So then the next thing is make sure your name, center number, and candidate number appear on every page of this document. Name, center number, and candidate number. So I can start with this by going to insert, header. I'm going to pick 3 columns, name. So I'll say candidate name, center number, and candidate number. Let me just use 001. All right, I close header. So the next thing is save this document in your work area as evidence followed by your candidate number. For example, evidence 9999. So I will do that by saving it. I'll come to file. I'll go to save as. I'm saving on the desktop, so I'll go to browse. I'll locate the desktop folder. There's a folder as my work area that I named June 2025. Here is it. So I'm going to save it as evidence according to the instruction. Evidence followed by candidate number. Evidence followed by candidate number. So I'll save it, paste here, Ctrl V, followed by candidate number. So I use 001. Now it was given as RTF, that is rich text format. So you have to save it as a document file. Word document, you change it from RTF to Word document so that I can retain the formatting. So I click save, then OK. So here's the file. The next thing is you will need the evidence document during the examination to place screenshots when required. Task 2, the actual document. You're going to edit a document about exams. The school uses a corporate house style. For more info on the meaning of corporate house style, see the previous video I did on corporate house style. For all its documents, paragraph styles must be created and applied as instructed. So step 1, using a suitable software package, open the file j2521 examinfo.rtf. So you go back to the folder examinfo.rtf. The file was given in RTF. Click on enable editing. So here is the file. You can zoom it in so that you see it properly. Then the next thing is the page setup is set to A4 already. Landscape orientation already with 2.5 centimeter margins. So since it is plural margins, that means all the 4 margins must be set to 2.5 centimeter. Do not make any changes to this setting. So let's go confirm A4 landscape. So we come to layout, orientation, landscape. Okay. Come to more margin or custom margins to see more. Okay, 2.5. So all the 4 margins, top, left, right, and bottom, 2.5 centimeter each. So that is done. Then landscape A4. So paper A4, layout, okay, orientation, landscape. So what else? Okay, do not make any changes to this, so we should not make changes. The paragraph styles have already been created. Do not make any changes to this. So save the document in your work area with the file name exam guide. So let me save it as exam guide. Copy exam guide. Okay. Make sure it is saved in the format of the software you are using. The software I'm using is Microsoft Word. So I'll just click OK. Then I come here, save as. To save it in the same folder, save as. I will paste it, exam guide, then save it as the according to the format of the software I'm using. Software I'm using document. So it's going to be Word document exam guide. So you click on save and okay, good. Then the next thing is place in your evidence document a screenshot to show this file has been saved. Many can normally miss it here. It has been saved. So for me to see that it has been saved, I'll go to the folder. The folder is on the desktop, on the folder called June 25. It has been saved. It has been saved, exam guide. So you can see where it is saved, exam guide. Okay, it has been saved as a Word document file. You can see that. All right, so I'll click on it and take screenshots according to the instruction. So with this screenshot, so before I take the screenshot, let me make sure that nothing is overlapping or hidden. Okay, beautiful. I double click every grid line here. Okay, good. Then I select this. I press the print screen button and I pick this exam. Okay, even showing the type. Okay, let me copy it better so that you can show the type. Beautiful. Copy and I paste it in the evidence document as step 1 and I come to paste. It is pasted. Then the next instruction, place in the exam guide document. What should I place inside? A center aligned header with automated page numbers. Center aligned header. So I'll come here, I'll go to insert header. I'll pick the center align. So I pick the center one. Then what should I put at the center? According to the instruction, automated page numbers. So I will locate while I click on that and I make sure that I'm still on header and footer. Then I'll go to page number. So page number, I'll click it and go to current position. So I can pick any of page number. It will be at the center. Okay, then the next one is a right aligned footer on a single line with the text produced by, copy it, followed by a space, then your name, center number, and candidate number. A right aligned. So I'll come here and I'll go to footer. Then I'll pick footer, 3 columns, right align will be rightmost here. I'll click on it. What should I put according to the instruction? The instruction says you should put produced by, followed by a space, then your name. Produced by. So I'll click on this and paste that. Produced by column, followed by candidate name. Okay, your name. What else? Candidate name. Followed by a space, then your name, center number, and candidate number. Your name. So my center number is here and candidate number. Okay, good, beautiful. So after that, make sure that all the alignment match the page margins. No other text or placeholders are included in the header or footer areas. Headers and footers are displayed on all pages. So if you scroll down, you see that all the header appear in the same pages and including the footer. So what you need to do is you click on this center one, press the delete key, click on this placeholder, press delete key. So everything is normal now. So after this, what's the next thing according to the instruction? Okay, everything should be uniformly aligned. So then you click out of footer and header. Then the next thing will be Ensure that no other text or placeholders are included in the header or footer, which we have just checked. Select the subheading general and the following text up to and including the paragraph ending the evidence provided. So I can search for that. The evidence provided. Yes. Here's the paragraph. So I've located the paragraph. The question says select the subheading general. From general to this, there's general. From general. So I select down to where we have the evidence provided. Good. Having selected, what's the next thing the question asks us to do? Change the page layout so that only this text is displayed in two columns of equal width with a 2 cm space between the columns. So after I've selected, and I go to paragraph setting. So the question is asking me to create columns. But before I do, I will see that there is still a placeholder for the header. So I will select this, press the delete key, scroll down towards right, you have it, press the delete key, close this navigation pane, and everything is simpler. You can zoom out a bit, so then you have your complete document. So the next thing is that you should change the column. So you click, you select the area of the document they want you to do, then you go to layout after you have selected, but then you can do that by selecting from general to based on evidence provided. Okay, so from columns you pick instead of picking two directly, go to more columns, pick two like I have picked, then you can see the space in between. So the question says for the space in between, 2 cm space. You can see the 2 cm here, 2 cm space between the two columns. So space, I will come to space, 2 cm, 2 cm. Then you click OK. Beautiful. Then you have that 2 cm. So the next thing is apply a bulleted list to the text from mobile phones to enabled electronic devices. So the best thing is we search for that mobile phones. Good. Here's mobile phone. Till enabled electronic devices. Okay. Here's this. So I'm going to say mobile phone. I'll select bulleted list. Okay, so just click on bullet on the insert bullet. Okay, home. Just click on any bullet that you want. Let's say this. Then format the bullets so that the bullets are indented 2.5 centimeter from the left margin. So after I've selected this, I'll right click and I go to indentation, so that you can be sure that the writing is being done. So after you have selected the list, just like this, click on the paragraph settings, then you have indent and spacing, general alignment. According to the instruction, the bullets are indented 2.5 centimeter from the left. So from the left, 2.5 centimeter, 2.5 centimeter. Then what instruction were we given? Then the list is in single line spacing with no space before or each other. So you do before or after. So as is selected, before or after, according to the instruction. Said before, the list is in single line spacing with no space before or each other. Single line spacing, before spacing, Then there's a 6-point space after. Okay, good. Now the question says after there's a 6-point space after. So if it's after this, sorry, if it is after this, then it will be before this. So the question is saying 6-point space after the last item. So after the last item, then 2 centimeter. The list is in single line spacing with no space before. There's a 6-point space after the last item in the list. So then you select and be sure that you are following your question. So it's saying that the list is in single line spacing with no space. Single line spacing. Open the paragraph. Single line spacing with no space before or after. Okay. Which one again? There's a 6-point space after the last item. Here's the last item. So a space before this will be a space. A space after this last item will be a space before this. So and the question says there is a 6-point space after the last item in the list. 6 points. So 6 points will be before this paragraph, then this is spacing before 6 points, then after 0. Okay, good. So we add it that way from the bullet. Okay, so that the bullets are indented 2.5 centimeter from the left margin. Paragraph setting. It says 2.5 centimeter from the left margin, which we have done 2.5. Okay, I think that is settled. Okay, good. Then apply a bulleted list to the next test. To the test, sorry, for mobile phones. Mobile phones. What does the question say we should add? Format the bullet so that they are indented 2.5 centimeter indentation. The 2.5 centimeter from left. Correct. Okay. The list is a single, which you have done. So number 5, locate the table in the document. Delete the entire row and content for the subject. Business study unit 1. Delete the entire row and content. Business studies, business unit 1. So according to the instruction, it said we should do what? Delete locate the table. So let me first locate the table. Let me say okay for this. Okay, the table. Okay, here is the table. So we should identify it. So there is a 6-point space after the last item in the list, which we have done. Locate the table in the document. We have just done that. Delete the entire row and content for subject unit 1. For subject business. So what I will do is, having selected this, go to table design and go to all borders. So I have according to the instruction, for the subject business unit, for the subject business unit, here is it. So I click inside of this and I go to table layout, and it's saying insert column, right, cell column. So but I said we should delete row. Beautiful. That entire row has been deleted. So sort all data in the table from maths paper 1 to combined science paper 3. Maths paper 1. Okay. So it said we should sort all the data in the table form, math paper 1 in ascending order of exam date. Math paper 1. Okay. All right. So the question says sort it into ascending order of exam date. Assembly order of what? Exam day. Let's exam day, but there's something like combined service. Now looking at the question saying that into ascending order of exam dates with data integrity maintained. So to maintain the data integrity is simple. It means when you search, for example, combined service paper 3 has the following data to be 12th of June 2025 AM and 1:15. So it has to follow it. That means it maintains data integrity. So all what I need to do is that having selected this, then I'll go and sort. So if I click on sort here under table layout, sort, then it will ask you how do you want to sort. The question says sort all the data in ascending order. So I'm going to click under here, sort by what? Maths. So in this case, you say column 1. So into ascending order. Because here is column 1. But since you have selected from where you selected from, so you have to say header, no header row, yes header row, depending if he has header row. For example, let me explain better. If I sort by column 1, let me cancel and select again. I've selected this and I'll click on sort. Then I'm sorting by paper 1. Are you actually sorting by paper 1? No. Say there's header row. Okay, because the header row is subject, so it's going to select from here. But if there's no header row, you said no header row for column 1. So let's click on no header row and let's just try it ascending order. So text using paragraphs. So okay, good, ascending order. Now if you remember what we read the other time when I did combined size paper 3, it was 12, it was AM, and it was 01:15. So that means it's correct. Can you see the way I did it gradually? So then that's exactly what the question is asking us to do. So then the next thing is for 1 mark we have done that. Apply to the table 0.5 point grid lines to all cells. 0.5 grid line to all cells. So before you do that, why the entire table? Because the question says apply to the table. So while the table is selected, you select the entire table here, apply. So you come to the table design. So before you go 0.5 point grid lines, so you come here and pick 0.5. 0.5 is same thing as 1/2 point, and that's the default. Then border grid lines to all borders. Okay, 0.5 is applied. View grid lines, 0.5 is applied. Okay, so all border 0.5 is applied. Okay, grid line, it was there before. So the next thing is 3 to 4 point external black borders. So now to do this external black borders, so you come here 0.5 grid lines. Where is grid line? View grid lines. 0.5 view grid lines. Then make sure that is done. then 3 to 4 point external black borders. So I will change this to 3 to 4. So let me pick 3 and come here and say external, that outside border. That's external. Okay. So the first one was inside borders for all of them, but now external borders for 0.5. That's exactly what the question is asking. So then, so that these are displayed when the table is printed, meaning that the 0.5 point grid lines to all cells and 3 to 4 point external black borders. And that's exactly what I did. You can see the inside borders, they have 0.5, that's 1.2. So, and they say black, that's default. The color border style is black, that is automatic. You can see that. So then if you go to file, print preview to see whether when you want to print it will show. Can you see? It will show exactly what you have done. So go back and see that. Then the next thing will be that format the first row of the table so that it becomes a single cell, first row. So by so doing, we go select the first row. Now we are in the first row. How many cells do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4. But they say it should become a single cell. That means you merge it. So you click on table layout and you see merge cells. Okay, you can see that first row is merged. It is the question say it should be merged, and the text is centered vertically and horizontally. Centered. So this is vertically and horizontally. Align center, both vertical and horizontal. So it is center, both vertical and horizontal. So this is the meaning. Okay, then the next one is it has a light gray, about 20 to 40% background fill. Okay, still remember that it is on the first row of the, so what they ask us to do here is only for the first row. So we have to do it affecting the first row. So can you see this was affected by the first row? It's only the first row they ask us, and that's what I'm doing. The first row. Then the what's next? It has a light gray. So I'm going to come to table design, under shading, light gray, 20 to 40, between 20 and 40. So I want to use this is 35, that is between. Okay, beautiful. Then the next one, apply the X table style to rows 2 to 12 only. Rows 2 to 12 only. So I'll select rows 2 to 12 only. And I'll come here, X table, X table. You can see this X table. I'll click on it and it's having X table. Beautiful. Then, having done that, question 11. Create and store the following style, basing it on the default or normal paragraph style. This part is very important. So we want to create a new style. The style name is X subhead. X subhead. So I'll copy this. Then to create a new style, the question did not say X subhead. Okay. For subhead, let me place my cursor here. For subhead, I will go to create a style. So before creating a style, I'll click on normal, then click here, create a style. What name do you want to call it? I will place what I copied there, X subhead, modify, style based on normal. So make sure you base it on normal. Then what are you doing? They said the font style should be sans serif. An example of sans serif is Arial. Times New Roman is serif. So I'll pick Arial. Okay, what else? 18 center, bold underline. 18 center, bold underline. Then line spacing single, space before 0, space after 0. So line spacing, I'll go to format, paragraph, line spacing single. That's according to the instruction. Space before 0, space before 0, space after 0. Good. All right. So after that, take a screenshot to show that you have defined the settings for the X sub S style. Make sure there's evidence that you have based this on the default or normal paragraph style. Place this in your evidence document. Okay. Evidence document to show. Okay. Let me confirm the question. Take a screenshot to show that you have defined the settings for the X sub head. So say okay for the X sub head. So you click here and click X sub head, right click, modify, so that everything is based on normal, like you have said, 18 bold underline. Okay, so I'll click on print screen button to take the screenshot of this, copy, and I'll go paste it in the evidence document. Say okay. I'll go paste it in the evidence document. That's step 11. Paste. Beautiful. After that, the next thing to do is identify the four subheadings in the document and apply the X sub head style to each one. Okay, 4 subheadings and apply the X sub head style. 4. So to have 4, this is the first one, this is the second one. So I select the second one and I put X sub head. Then third one, exam room. Open it, X sub head. That's the second one. I mean, that's the third one. Here's the fourth one. Special arrangement. Beautiful. All right. Those were the 4 subheadings. Then the next one is, in the last paragraph, locate the text result nomination form. Last paragraph. Result nomination. This is last paragraph. So you can use navigation control F. Result. What is the question saying? Result what? Result nomination form. Result nomination form. Nomination form. Let me confirm that. Result as an S. Okay, good. Here is the result nomination form. Then the question says, in the last paragraph, locate the text result nomination form. Format this text so that when clicked, it opens the document with the file J2521 result.rtf. So that means you create an hyperlink. Results nomination. So I close this for now. Results nomination. Click the results nomination form. So right click and go to link. Then they say you should send it to open the file J2521 results.rtf. So you see existing file J2 what? Results.rtf. Results access. Okay, here is it. Click on it and say okay. Before I click OK, is there any other thing? Take screenshot of showing the test result nomination form, links to the correct file. So I'll click OK. All right. So you can see the hyperlink. So if I want to take this, I'll just say this, select it again. There are several ways actually. Then you click and say open or edit hyperlink. You have this and take the screenshot. Okay, beautiful. All right. Yes. Okay. So the question says, take screenshot evidence showing the text result nomination form, links to the correct file. Place it in your evidence document. Make sure that the file name is fully visible. So what I can just do is that I'll select this again. and say edit link. I click on it and go to open edit link. So I have this so that this name can show, and I press the print screen button so to show this. Okay, copy, and I paste it in my evidence document. Say okay, sorry, evidence document. Click there, paste it there. Then the next one is spell check and proofread the document. Make sure that the list and table are not split over columns or pages. There are no widows or orphans. There are no blank pages. The original styles will maintain. Spacing is consistent between all items. So what I will do is I'll go back to the document and check. I can select all, Ctrl A to select all. Then I try to set the paragraphing. So let me start from the beginning. When you scroll up, you see if you have okay, there's a subhead that I've not done yet. I'll select this subhead and put X subhead. Okay, I think we have for 1 special arrangement, exam room, attendance 3, then general 4. Beautiful. So no orphan, no widow here. Another thing you can do to confirm that is, while you have selected all, Ctrl A, just click this paragraph settings and come to link and page breaks. As long as this is selected, select widow and orphan, then click OK. All right, so make sure that there are no orphans or widows. Beautiful. And the question says the table should not break. Okay, the table is not breaking. The list and table are not split. Then the original styles maintained. Spacing is consistent. Then after that, save the document using the same file name and format used in step 1. Okay, so what you just need to do is click on save here. After that, the question says that print the document for 1 mark and everything is 25 mark. To print the documents, after you have done all this, just come to file, come to print. You see the print preview. You can zoom this so that you can see it clearly. All right, look at the work, looking so professional. Everything is intact. Okay, beautiful. So since you are satisfied with this, you just click on the printer here and the document will be printed out. Now we have come to the end of the document production of this paper. Please, if you have any question, drop them in the comment section. Ensure you like this video, share with other people, and it is very important that you subscribe to our YouTube channel. That will really encourage us to do more. See you in the next video on presentation. Bye for now.